morning, it's Tanny the Canadian Stamper. Happy Saturday morning, March 11th. We're already almost halfway through March. This is going to be the only live, well, official Saturday morning live for March because of our trip to Europe. And so I will do a couple of lives from Europe. We're going to a few different countries and I don't really know how it's going to work out. We're about 9 hours. We're going to be about 9 hours ahead, but we'll just see how it goes. And I'm excited to show you a few different things. And then we'll be back on track for April. The card buffet or the Take Your Pick workshop for April is not going to be April 1st because we're traveling home on March 31st, but it's going to be on April 8th, which is the second Saturday in April. So if you're planning on coming to that, go ahead and sign up for April 8th. Just message me or send me a quick email and I'll put you on the list. They've been filling up and I can only fit so many people in the house. So if you're interested in coming on April 8th to take your pick, then make sure to get me a message sooner rather than later. Okay, so today we're making a Shamrock Hat. No candy, sorry. Candy not included. And then I'm going to do a little road trip and I'm going to show you what's happening in my dining room. I have a Creative Canadians team meeting today in person and I've made goodie bags. I posted a little bit about the goodie bags that I was making. So if you are a Creative Canadian and you're watching and I do the road trip before you leave your house to get here by 10, I'll say spoiler alert. All right, so I've got a couple of cards to show you as well. So let's flip you and get things rolling. Now, I made a couple of projects for a class last weekend, which I'm gonna show you. So this is the first one. So I've used Enjoy the Journey, which all the stuff's in the other room because I'm using it today as well. But this is the card. So this is a stamp and then the dies are in the package and then these are extra dies. And then this is just a 3x3 piece of garden green cardstock. And then there's this die in it that shows, or that makes a mountain. And then this is the designer series paper and a couple more dies that are there in that kit. I don't know what the deal is with Facebook and it just doesn't really like me. Oh, it just doesn't really like me. I hear, I hear me. 1 second. Oh, I need to mute here. There we go, got it. Okay, so the other card that I made last weekend is this one. It folds flat, it's a fun fold. Goes like this. Morning Kyle and Gail and Terry and Pam. So it's a fun fold. And then you take this little piece and then this is on dimensionals and you take this little flat piece and it creates a little, I think it's called a bay window. That's what Miran called it on the thread. So I see this as being awesome for a few different styles, like not just camping, but other instances. So that one was super fun to make. So those are the two that I made last weekend. Enjoy the journey. Now, the other thing that I wanted to tell you before we get into our little kit here is at one of the parties, Nancy gave out goodie bags, which who doesn't love a good goodie bag at a birthday party? But look at what she found for me. Nailed it. I think they're Post-it notes. They are. Isn't it cool? Because of course I say nailed it all the time. So this was a perfect little gift for me. Thanks, Nancy. All right. Love the food. Gail, do you mean in Europe? You must be talking about Europe. Love the food in Europe. We are going to, oh, love the fold. Yes, that makes more sense. Gatefold. So get your, if you want to, no, this is for today's project. Here, where's the, oh, here it is. Okay, get your photo, take a screenshot or something. This is for today's project, but here, if you want to make this, like this fun fold, here are the steps. I'm just gonna show you. You can take a photograph. So the base is 4 1/4 by 11, and then you're going to score at these. The DSP outside, which is this one and this one, are 4 by 1 3/8, and then the outside middle, which is this one, is 1 1/2, and then the DSP inside, which is this one here, also 4 1/2. And then it says smoky slate, but that's not true. It's gray granite on the inside is 4 by 3 1/2. So this is supposed to go together. These butt up against one another here. And I chose gray on purpose because, well, because then it matches here and here, of course. But I felt like white was just going to be too like stark white for the card, because it's kind of like a midnight camping card. And then these are the die cut pieces, but you can use it with lots of different ideas. So there's that, in case you want to make it again. Okay, now for today's project, it's going to be quick. This is, I put this in my newsletter, but I'm happy to share it again. So the green, let's go over our pieces. So what color am I using? This is shaded spruce. So it's 6 1/2 by 2 1/2, by 2 1/2. Oh, I need to score it. And then this black piece is 6 1/2 by 1/2. And then we have the large scallop die in the same, same color green. And then 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch black square. And then this one is a 1 by 1 glimmer square. You could use foil paper, or if you like more, what am I trying to say, more glimmery, then you could use that. But anyways, you get the idea. And then this is gonna go like this to make our little leprechaun hat. Okay, let me grab my scorer. Forgot to score this. So I want to score it at 2. So this Stampin' Trimmer has a scoring cutter, scorer. So, and then I go over it a couple, 3 times, and there's my score line. Okay. So now, where the heck's my bone folder? Okay, so I'm gonna fold into the mountain. See, this is your dip. This is your bump. You're gonna fold into the mountain, into the bump. Why do you do that? Because if you have cardstock that is maybe not awesome cardstock, or even sometimes with Stampin' Up, if you were to fold the other way, sometimes the spine of your score line, when you fold it, the paper will crack. I mean, it doesn't happen a lot. It's not really a hazard too much, so you can go that way and it doesn't do it, but that's the idea. All right, so now we're going to take our snips and we're going to cut maybe like, what is that, 1/4 inch? Just up to this top score line. Now, the other thing you can do, so these will be super fast to make, by the way, if you have like kid gifts, grandkid gifts, that kind of stuff. And you could, when we're finished, I'll show you, but you can have a little cello bag to go on the inside. You'll see. We're gonna curve this. This is gonna make our hat that goes like this. And you're gonna put candies in here. So you could put a little cellophane bag and then have it coming up. But for right now, you could use your bone folder for this. I don't know where my bone folder is. I should probably find it actually. So I'm just bending the fibers. See, because I should have actually done this before I did this, but that's fine. There. How's everybody's morning? Oh, hi, Kate. And Lori. Hi, Lori. Thanks for liking and sharing as always. I hope to see you, Lori, at a Take Your Pick workshop soon. I'm missing you, girl. Missing ya. All right, so we're gonna do 2 things now. We need tear and tape and we're gonna glue this on. So first things first, let's get this black strip down. So this is going to be, if you can imagine, this is going to be the top of our hat, and I want this is going to be to go around this way. But just for when you are making this on your own, you kind of want, and then this is going to be your buckle. So as far as where you want this to be, top to bottom, I think I'm going to go kind of in the middle, but a little bit down from the middle. Those are technical. What's happening here? Middle minus a little. Very technical. I could probably measure it if somebody really wants the measurement. There we go, now we're good. Okay, so don't go crazy on your glue here. So there's the middle. So I'm gonna come down just a smidge from the middle. Okay, I do have a ruler, so let's measure. Okay, so this whole thing is 2.5. Our score line is at 2, and it looks like I have started this black piece at 1, and it goes to 1.5 because it's a 1/2 inch strip. Cool, cool. Okay, we'll just let that get tacky for a moment. Okay, so I put a poll up on this live. Oh, hi, Wendy. But I don't see the poll. Does anybody see the poll? It's a new thing. It asks about St. Patrick's Day crafts. Okay, so now I've got tear and tape. So tear, the difference between these, ooh, look at my glue is oozing everywhere. This is serious tape. When you use it and stick stuff down, it's not coming back up again, like at all. Definitely not coming up again. So I'm gonna measure this about there. That's too long. So I really want this to be closed, stay closed. So I'm going right up against the edge. Now, if you have trouble getting this off, like if you don't have nails or whatever, use take your pick tool and use this edge piece to like lift up the edge, you know? Okay, you only get one shot at this, no pressure. So I'm gonna do this. I'm so nervous. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to line this up. Yeah, I'm totally nailing that. Nailed it. Okay, so we've got our little hat, so cute. Okay, now see all these little pieces? Sweet. So now, we're gonna glue this to this. Now, be mindful of where your seam is, because I want my seam to be at the back, so I'm gonna point it away from me. Now, if I was smart, I would have put tape on there, but I was not smart, so I'm going to do this carefully. So what I mean by that is when this is in a flat state, run your, this tape, stamp and seal. Like if it's a long strip like this and you've got all your cuts this way, run this along your cut strips and it'll pick up a little bit of glue. This is fine too. Okay, so I'm pointing my seam to the back. You can always rotate, it's fine. And I'm just gonna go kind of in the middle. Yeah, it's about in the middle. It's good, I'm happy with that. So I'm just gonna take this one and I'm gonna do this to get the glue stuck down. You're right, Jody, it is a bit late, but and also correct that it does add for wiggle room. That's a good point. I do let my wiggle room. Wendy, you're watching from Ontario. Awesome. I know you're not able to come to the team meeting today because you're away. All right. Coming together. Okay, last couple of pieces and then I'm gonna do a road trip. The boys don't know I'm doing a road trip, so we'll just see what they're doing. Okay, here's my little 1-inch square and I'm just gonna lay it inside. No, that's not true. It's not a 1 inch square. It's a 1/2 inch square. Shoot, and I laid it incorrectly. I'm gonna lay the 1/2 inch square on my 1 inch square. And I have extra glue, which is just gonna have to be a thing. Because once you have glue on your glimmer paper, it's not probably gonna come off. I just kind of want it straight. There we go. So I'm gonna let that get tacky. I'm gonna add some more glue back here. Now, seam is at the back, and I want this buckle to be at the front. Hang on. I'm taking this glue off because I want to do this. It's obviously flat because it's paper, but I wanted it to be just ever so slightly not perfectly flat. And then I'm gonna do glue kind of more concentrated to the middle. I'm not coming all the way out to the sides because I'm not convinced it's gonna lay flat. Know what I mean? Yeah, see? See how it comes up just a little bit? So just put your glue in the middle. And I'm trying to line up this black with this black because it's supposed to look like it's the belt that goes all the way through. It's tricking your eyeballs. See? Oh my God, I love it. There it is, our little Shamrock Hat. So you know what I mean? You could get candies. I'm thinking of individually wrapped Rolos because they have the gold foil. And you could get a little bag, like a little cello bag, fill it full of candies and then tuck it in there and you could have like a little bow on top of it. Cute, right? There's our little project. Sweet. Oh, hey, Kim. Welcome. Welcome. There we go. Chocolate gold coins. Yes, that's exactly right. Perfect. So how big is this hole? Just to give you an idea if you're going to go buy candies. It's just shy of 2 inches and we are about 2 inches by 2 inches. So it's not very big. They don't need too much candy anyways, right? All right, ready for the roadie? Roadie. Hang on, here we go. Flipping you. Okay. Yeah, I'll come back and get my stuff for the day. What time is it? It's almost time for the team meeting. A road trip again. I'm road tripping while I'm live, Lance. He's like, grr. Okay, here's our Willow's keeping everybody's seat warm. All right, here we go. Look. Don't look. If you're a creative Canadian, don't look because so there's some prizes under here. This is going to be, we're doing 2 make and takes. So we're going to do that camping card I showed you. This is a card Kate designed, so stinking cute, with these strips where I think she's ripped them. And then this is designer series paper where she's just popped it out with a die cut. I think Stylish Shapes dies she's used. And then here, you know what this is, don't ya? It's going to be our little hats. So there's these are goodie bags that we've made up for everybody. Don't look if you're a creative Canadian. So it's got little goodies. So if you're part of the team, you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you're on my team, that's what happens. We're doing a little fun day. I've got some snacks over there too. I need to get those organized and on the plate. And that's it for today. So we'll be in Europe for the next couple of weeks, but I will stay in touch through Facebook. And the next crafting class is going to be, or workshop will be April 8th for the Take Your Pick. So go ahead and sign up for that if you need to. If you want to come, they are filling up and I can only have so many people. So if you're thinking about it, then be sure to RSVP and have an awesome day, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know if you make those little leprechaun hats too. Post it, maybe in this thread if you have. Bye for now.